Greetings, fellow cake eaters. It's your pal Woe again. Time for a quick rant. Maybe not a rant, sort of a rant. Hope y'all are having a good day. I'm having an okay day. I'm just left the gym and the chiropractor, and I don't say that by means of look at me, but just to frame out why my day is only okay. Took a shoulder boo-boo today. Oh, yeah, I went to the chiropractor and got my boo-boo bunny band-aid, and I'm feeling some better, but we were, about 3 days ago, I had an irritation in my left shoulder, and it's my good one. It's the one that's not jacked up. And so I need it to continue to stay in a not jacked up capacity. And went and had it worked on yesterday, was feeling a lot better. So today, upper body day. First few stations, no problem. Doing lap pulls, and I'm not setting personal bests or anything. I'm just doing work, and get a pinch in that shoulder, and I won't say it was debilitating, but I'll say I didn't want to continue very badly. We finished it out, stretched out, went on to the next station, completely different exercise, going from lap pulls to chest presses. So we're in a completely different plane. And 4 or 5 reps in, it was obvious that something was not quite right. So ran the chiropractor, got my boo-boo bunny badge. Still don't feel just fantastic, but I feel some better, and they told me what to do to get it right. So hopefully it's just an irritation and not anything too bad, because like I said, I've only got one good shoulder. But today's rant, not a rant, is going to be about New Year's resolutions. It's that time of year out there on that social medias and on the interwebs. You'll have lots of people throwing down New Year's resolutions. And I don't think conceptually that these are bad things, okay? Like, people are ostensibly trying to better themselves. Good for them, man. I'm okay with that. I think that there's a percentage of folks, and they're usually kind of easy to spot, but there's a percentage of folks that will throw down these New Year's resolutions, and it's a vehicle for them to get noticed, right? And like I said, they're kind of easy to spot. If they post their New Year's resolution and there's about 8 lines of hashtag vomit out to the bottom or the side of it that is longer than the resolution itself, it's a pretty safe bet that they're just trying to get noticed. And 2 or 3 days after said resolution is made, they will have dumped it and moved on to the next bright shiny object, okay? But if you're making New Year's resolutions, I'm supportive of that for you. The thing about New Year's resolutions is most people will start off with the best of intentions on that deal, right? And then they fall short of taking the action, right? Intent without action is just an exercise in mental masturbation. And I'm not being hateful towards you, right? I mean, I'm carrying 20 extra pounds right now. I understand about having intent and not always doing well on action, okay? Experience is a really good teacher on some of this stuff. So I'm not saying that intent without action is a thing to be hateful towards you. But go into it knowing that just having all these happy, joy feelings of, yeah, here's what we're going to do, and then not doing any work about it or towards it is not going to get you the results that you would like, okay? Now, some folks have the best of intentions and are even willing to put forth the energy required to accomplish the action and complete their goal. They either don't have the tools or they've never been taught to use the tools they have. Those folks, I would suggest they get an accountability partner, somebody to love on them and say, hey, I wouldn't be much of a friend if I let you punk out on this. You told me this is what you wanted to do. Now you've stubbed your toe a little bit. What can we do to get over this hump? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not going to let you quit. What can we do? Tell me what the problem is. Let's get this solved. And I would suggest to you, if you're making resolutions and you're in need of an accountability partner, reach out to somebody. Maybe, you know, it doesn't need to go on Instagram with 47 hashtags. Maybe, you know, you throw out, here's my resolutions, and then you talk to your buddy Dave or your buddy Katie or whoever your buddies would be. You can be your buddy Whoa if we have that type of relationship, or you want somebody to yell at you, and say, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. I could really use some help staying on task, right? So find an accountability partner, and then if you make a resolution and you don't stick with it, that doesn't mean we should just slip in depression, feel like crap about ourselves, and end in self-delete, okay? I'm not going to cut anybody, especially me, a free pass on this stuff, but one of the things that came across to me this week, and all credit goes to Brother Dennis on this one, but one of the things that came across to me, and I really like this, as long as it's not an automatic free pass or vehicle for excuse making, is someone who takes the time to make a resolution is actually a little bit ahead of the game compared to some of the folks who haven't. And what does that mean? Well, you've at least sat down and meditated, mentally masturbated, whatever, on what your situation is, and you've done some self-reflection, and you've said, here's some things that I'm not happy with, whether it's, you know, anything from finances to weight to the way you treat your good puppy dog, whatever it is. I don't know what your situation is. You want me to know? Freaking tell me. But you've at least taken the time to be in a moment, reflected upon it, and then expressed a desire to take corrective action. That is way more than what a lot of these mouth-breathing land whales out there are going to do for themselves. So I don't want it to be an instant excuse for you. You said, well, I made a resolution. I at least thought about it. Happy meal for me. But understand that process of thinking about it, reflecting on it, and making honest resolutions yourselves that you think you have a reasonable chance to obtain does put you ahead of the game somewhat. Now, I do encourage you to be accountable on that stuff. All right. So that's really it, man. You know, it's that time of year. Those resolutions are coming. Really be thoughtful and mindful about it, and think about what it is you want to accomplish. Is it a realistic goal for you to set for yourself? And then think about getting an accountability partner, and also think about, okay, instead of just the joy feeling of setting this resolution, what work is going to be required? Do I have the tools necessary to accomplish that work? Do I know how to use the tools I already have to accomplish that work? And let's put forth the effort and get it done. So, and to that end, if you and I have any type of dialogue, I'm not saying we need to be best of friends or nothing, but if we have any type of dialogue and you feel like you need a little help on this stuff, hit me up. If I have time and even the slightest inkling that you're actually helping yourself, I will bend over backwards to help you. So that's it. Think about your resolutions. I don't know if I'll get to have another one of these chats with y'all, or get to game or stream or do any of that other fun stuff that we do before the new year. So if I don't, have a happy new year, and we will catch you fellow cake eaters next time.